Hello and welcome back to Here We Tow. I'm in the motorhome and I am heading off up to Boroughbridge. Jules will be joining me up there. He's currently on a first aid course, learning how to deal with any disaster we might face while out motorhoming. Hopefully that won't happen. So I'm going to take the motorhome and venture up to Boroughbridge to stay at the Camping and Caravanning Club site. Now this site is brilliant. It's just off the A1, so it might be that you actually want to stay there for a longer period of time to visit areas such as York, Harrogate, Thirsk, other parts of the Yorkshire Dales, or it might be that you want to use it as a bit of a stop off if you're heading north or south on the A1. It's an easily accessible site. They've got hardstanding pitches, grass, they take all types of units, so it is a really good little stopover. I've used it a couple of times in the past, so that's where I am heading. My plan is also on the way to show you the Morrisons at Boroughbridge. That is a really good place to stop for fuel and also park up and get some bits, because again, huge car park. I'll show you that, and then we'll have a wander into Boroughbridge itself. Nice little town, few little bakeries and shops and bits to do, and you can also get a bus there if you want to go to Ripon and visit the cathedral and the city of Ripon. But again, I'll tell you a bit more about that when we get up there. I would just like to thank HelloFresh, who've sponsored this video. Yes, once again, I'm going to be cooking. Tonight's delightful meal is butter chicken and basmati rice, so watch me cobble that together. So yeah, you've got that to come as well. Right, I'm going to dive into the driver's seat, take us to Boroughbridge via the Morrisons there, and go get some food. So come on, let's set off. I've come off the A1 and I've arrived at Morrisons at Boroughbridge. There is a height barrier, 3.2 metres. I'm about 3 metres, got an air conditioning unit on. Sometimes the barriers across, it depends how windy it is. If it's really windy, it blows across. But as long as you're under 3.2, you'll be fine. Once you drive in, go past the store to your left and come all the way to the end of the car park. That's where I'm parked now. There's plenty of room here for a motorhome of probably any size. And to be fair, you'd be okay with a car and a caravan. As long as you probably didn't come maybe a weekend, it does get a little bit busier. As you turn in, there is a petrol station to your right hand side, the Morrisons petrol station. Again, a motorhome, I'm 7.5 metres and I can get in there and fill up no problem. Car and caravan could be a little bit tricky, but a motorhome up to about 8 metres you should be fine. They do add blue on pump there, and they also have LPG. You can fill your safe fill tanks there. As far as I know you can. We filled up there a couple of times, so that's here at Boroughbridge as well. I'll just show you the car park now. So I'm down the bottom end. The store is basically down that end there, and you can see down this end it's certainly a lot quieter, and there's plenty of double spaces to park your motorhome, which is what I've done because of my length. Right, I'm going to dive out, shoot into Morrisons, grab some food, and then we'll make our way onto the Boroughbridge Camping and Caravanning Club site. Morrisons was a success. I hit the salad bar and I got my Morrisons salad. I don't know if you've had these. These are quite good. So, as you know me quite well, there's not much salad in my salad bar box. No, I've got sweet corn, beetroot, chicken pasta, spicy chicken pasta, potato salad, croutons and bacon bits. So not very salady. I dread to think how many calories are actually in this. I'd guesstimate, I reckon there could be at least 800 in there. So it's definitely not healthy, but it tastes really nice. So I've got that. The problem is, as well, is the bacon bits are next to the falafels. Now the falafels are vegetarian, and no matter what I do, I always spill bacon bits into the falafels, and I'm like, they're no longer vegetarian. So I'm so sorry to anyone that follows me on the salad bar. I try my best, but they just go everywhere. Right, I have got back in the motorhome. I'll put my salad in the fridge, and then it's onward to Boroughbridge Now the site, standard with the club sites, you can get on from 1 o'clock. It literally, as you turn off the road, you are straight into the site. There's not really room to hang about, so definitely don't land at this site before 1. And this is why this Morrisons actually is probably quite popular with people just stopping off if they are a bit early. So I'm going to count down to 1 o'clock. I think it's about 10 to now, so I'm not far off, to be fair. And go get myself checked in on site. Hard standing pitch with electric. I have stayed here before. I've tried a couple of pitches, so I'm not sure which one I'll go for today. It depends what's available, but we'll find out when we get there. The weather at the moment, there's blue sky. I think tomorrow might rain, so we'll wait and see, but at the moment we've got blue sky. Right, okay, let's crack on. Right, so I've arrived on site and there's one caravan in front of me, so I'll just wait for the site assistants or managers to come out and sort me out, and we'll head up to our pitch. The club, generally what they do is they take you onto site and show you some pitches that you can choose from, and that's how it works. So what I'll do is I'll go get my pitch allocated, find where I'm going to be, and then we'll sort out having a trot round the site, have a look at it, and go from there. So I will wait to be sorted out. Magic, so I've landed on my pitch. John, very friendly, shown me a selection of pitches, gravel pitches. I had a choice of 6. I've chosen number 5, no particular reason, I just like the pitch. So this is my pitch at Boroughbridge. This is number 5, as I say, and this is just as you come through the entrance down the ramp. Nice sized pitch, and Boroughbridge, I say, I've been before and it's looking absolutely immaculate. So these are the pictures I was talking about. Now I've come down this ramp, the reception's there, we'll wander back and have a look in a minute. So I've come down the ramp. If you do want grass, the grass is open at the moment, and the grass is, it runs all the way down here and across over there, if you can see. It's a huge grassed area. Again, we'll have a look in a bit. So I'm set up here. There are facilities which are there, I think. We'll go have a look at those in a bit. You can just walk up those stairs. So those are sort of the facilities that are here. There is a second part to the site, and that is over that hedge over there, and that's where I've been before. So it's the first time I've stayed on this side of the site, but we'll have a look at that in a minute. I'm going to get my hookup on, so I'm going to dive into my garage and get my hookup and get set up. So there we go. So that is my pitch, number 5. So there we go, and the sun is currently just about still out. Right, let's get hooked up and then we'll go from there and explore the site a little bit more. So this is the entrance to the site. This is where I turned in. So you can see the welcome to Boroughbridge sign. That should be on your right hand side as you're coming from the Boroughbridge side, and then you get the reception area. So you pull into here, and that is the entrance in there through that barrier. So this is where you need to stop when you arrive. And then the facilities block is literally right here next to the reception area. Now you can enter there either from this side or from the other side where there's some steps from the site. There's also right here at the entrance a bus stop that will take you to Knaresborough. So if you want to go to Knaresborough and then go on to Harrogate and elsewhere, York for example, you can get a bus from on the site, or you can walk into Boroughbridge and there's a bus stop in Boroughbridge itself that will take you to Ripon, Harrogate, all over. So that is the entrance area. Now there is a motorhome service point, so what I'll do is I'll show you where the motorhome service point is, because that's going to be useful for quite a few of us as well. Now that's just down here, so this is actually the exit to the site. So as we've sort of come in from where my pitch is, if you drive all the way round, this is the exit barrier, but this is where you're also going to find the motorhome service point. So when you arrive, you're going to have to do a full loop to get to the motorhome service point, and it's a really good one, to be fair. So this is it here. So there's the drive over grey waste disposal. Good amount of space. It's a huge spot, so no matter what size your motorhome, you can dump quite easily. And then there is a tap as well for fresh water, which we can see there. You'll need your own hose pipe. So that's the motorhome service point. What I'll do is I will walk sort of back the other way onto the site just so we can see that other side. Now these little cabins here, these are part of the club site. You can rent these. I don't know how much they are now a night. They used to be about £75, but I don't know what they are now. So as far as I'm aware, you can still rent those. What you best do is check out the club website. I'll put a link as always down there and you can have a look. Now I've just walked up this little hill and this is the other side of Boroughbridge club site. Now these down here, there's grass pitches down there, there's some hard standing, and where I normally have pitched before is just over there. That's where the river actually is. The river runs right past the site, and I'm actually over on that side. We can just see the matrix just over there, and that's where I am. So that's the Boroughbridge club site. I don't know how many pitches there are here. I should have maybe researched that so I could have told you that, but there's quite a lot. This is quite a good size club site. Open, used to be open all year, but I'm not sure if it's closed during winter now. But a good base. So I'm going to head back to the Matrix, do a few bits, eat some of my healthy salad. Oh, and while I was here, a chap pulled alongside me in an Adria Compact DL and blamed me for his purchase. So I told him I hoped he was very happy with it. If not, he knows which pitch I'm on. Right, I'll venture back to the Matrix and I'll catch up with you a little bit later when I'm going to start cooking or doing something like that. Right, catch you in a bit. Well, that's been a nice steady afternoon and Jules has arrived and he's ready to eat one of my wonderful meals. Yes, I'm cooking again. You may remember I mentioned earlier about HelloFresh, and in a previous video I cooked something from HelloFresh. Well, here we are going again. So the other night I did chicken tikka tandoori on naan bread. That was pretty amazing. And tonight I'm doing butter chicken with basmati rice. Now, if you're not familiar with HelloFresh, it's an online food subscription service that you can cancel anytime. You go online, you choose from over 100 recipes, whatever you want. They've got some really good choices. They've got, such as tonight, we've got a family meal. They have quick cook meals, healthy option meals, vegetarian, all sorts of things. You choose what you want, and then the delivery arrives on your doorstep and you start cooking basically. The price per person starts from £3.15 a meal, so it can be quite good value. And what I do like is you get a recipe card and you also get your ingredients. So for me, who can't cook, following this, because I am actually good at following instructions, so following this makes it really easy. So I'm going to crack on and make butter chicken and basmati rice in the motorhome. We do have an offer on HelloFresh if you want to give it a go, and that is, there's a QR code somewhere here, and there's also the code of TOW, T-O-W 60. I'll put all this in the description below, but if you click on the QR code or use the link, you will get 60% off your first order, and then you'll get 20% off your next 2 months orders, and you'll also get free desserts for life while you're subscribed. I'm testing some out. I've got Goo salted caramel cheesecakes, because I quite like a pudding, as you know. So I'm more interested in eating these than I am whatever I'm going to cook. Right, so without further ado, I'm going to use the ingredients that have arrived in the paper bag and get cracked on. So come on, let's make butter chicken. Yep. Ta-da! And there we have it. That is my HelloFresh butter chicken with basmati rice. That's Jules's portion. He can make a start. I'll get mine sorted now. But again, we've cooked in the motorhome. How long's that taken me? 15, 20 minutes, yeah, if that. 15. Literally followed the instruction card, which, you know, is really straightforward, and there we go. So that is HelloFresh. If you're interested, the code is TOE60. You'll get 60% off your first order, 20% off the next 2 months, and free desserts for life. We're going to eat, and I'm going to have my dessert, and then I will see you in the morning. I forgot to show you my pudding, didn't I? This was like the main event. It's the only reason I turned up. So this is my salted caramel cheesecake. So there we go. Free desserts for life. I'm a sucker for pudding. Anyway, right, I'm going to enjoy this. And I will see you in the morning. Let's see what it tastes like. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good actually. Oh, I love cheesecake. Cheesecake's one of my favourites. But we don't need to go there. Right, I'll catch you in the morning.
Hey, you've finished. That's really nice.
That's amazing. I'm going to get those again. Good morning. We survived the night. We had a good sleep. You do hear a bit of noise from the A1, which is just behind me. Nothing too much, but it is, you know, noticeable, just so you are aware. This morning, we're going to walk into Boroughbridge and hopefully visit a cafe and maybe the butcher's, because they have pies there, to walk to Boroughbridge. I'm not going to show you it because it's a little bit boring. Basically, we're going to walk out of the site and turn left, walk towards the roundabout, go across the roundabout and walk straight on. Straight road all the way to the end of that road, and at the end of that road you just do a little left-hand turn and it'll start taking you up into Boroughbridge. When you see the Crown pub, which will be on your right-hand side, you want to turn right down the side of there, and that is like the main little street of Boroughbridge, where you'll find all the little shops and things. So that's where I'm going to head. So I will next see you up at Boroughbridge. Okay, so I am now in Boroughbridge, in the centre of it. Now, where I came from, when I said you want to turn at the Crown, so I basically walked along a road down there, and then the Crown is here, and this is where I've turned up. So if you turn up here, you're then going to walk down this way and round that corner to the right, that way. And that's where sort of most of the shops are going to be. So that's where I'm going to head now. There is a Chinese, there's a couple of Indians, there's fish and chips here, there's pubs, and then there's bakeries and what have you. So what we'll do is we'll venture up into the main bit and we'll make a start there. Now after I've come around the corner, I'm now on sort of the main street as such, and this is where you're going to find a lot of the shops. So I'll just show you, that's the corner where I came round, and now I'm walking up the hill. There's a bakery there, Gilchrist's. They do breakfasts and bakery things. It's meant to be quite good. There's a little spa, there's a Thomas the Baker's, and then there's a few other bakeries up at the top as well. There's a butcher's called Appletons, I think it is. I'm going to head up there and have a look at that as well, because I think they do pies and stuff. So let's venture up the high street and find something to eat. And by magic I'm at the top. So this is the top of sort of the high street part. I need to find its proper name, but I'm on St James Square now, and this is where you're also going to find the bus if you want to get the bus. You can go all over on the buses from Boroughbridge, and the bus stop is literally just behind me here, so you want to look for this monument, and that's where you're going to find the buses. There's also behind me, I'll just show you, Appletons, which is where that white van is. That is a butcher's and pie maker's, and next to it there is Havenhands, another bakery and coffee shop, and that's meant to be really good. That's just on the corner. That's where I'm going to go try, I think. So what we'll do is we'll cross the road, go have a look at the pies, and go and have a look in the bakery. Let's go. Right, I'm outside Appletons. I'm going to get some pies. I have asked if I can film as well. So they have an amazing display of sausage rolls, pork pies, pork and apple, and Scotch eggs as well. So we're going to go in and we're going to try some of these. So let's go in and order some of these nice things. Right, I'll get a few ordered and then we'll try them back at the motorhome. I've got into Havenhands Bakery and I've ordered quite a few things which I will show you when I get back to the motorhome, but they've got an amazing choice of various cookies and flapjacks. They also have pies in here, and then they've got some amazing cream cakes which are down the bottom end that I've chosen. You can also get hot sandwiches and jacket potatoes in here, and there's a couple of little tables to sit at, and they've got ice fingers and breads and things. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to venture back outside and head back to the motorhome. I've made it back safely, be pleased to know. Takes, I'd say it's probably a 10 to 15 minute walk, depending on how quick you can walk, and it's pretty much on the level. There's just a slight incline after the roundabout, but it's a really easy walk. The shops in Boroughbridge, the bakeries, they're all pretty much dog friendly. Obviously check before you go, but most of them you can take your dog in there, which is great. So it is a dog friendly area. Now I've got out what I've bought, so we'll just have a quick look. I'm not going to eat all this in one go, obviously. It might not last the day, but I'm not going to eat it all in one go. So, Appletons Butchers. This is a pork and apple lattice. That's still warm, actually. That's nice. I also got a pork and apple pie. That's for Jules, instead of just a standard pork pie. And I also got a Scotch egg, which is there. And then at Havenhands Bakery, oh, I got this. So this, you can see, is lemon drizzle cake, which looks amazing. So that'll be going down pretty quick. I got 2 iced fingers. They were quite good value, and look at the size of them. Like, if I put my hand like in there to pick it up, I don't know if you can, it's like, yeah, huge. So I'll be having those. And 2 caramel shortbreads. Those are Jules's favourite, so I got those as well. So there we go. Well, it was a very successful trip into Boroughbridge, where as usual I came back with a load of calories, and the rest of the day will involve eating most of it. So that's the plan. But no, really nice little town. So again, if you are coming up the A1 or down the A1 and you want somewhere to stop, then Boroughbridge is a really good stop off. The Camping Caravanning Club site, really friendly welcome. It's immaculate. Really nice little spot. The river literally just over there. If you're lucky enough to get a river pitch as well, you've got a fabulous view. This site's dog friendly. And yeah, the town itself, you can just trot in there. You can get the bus to all over North Yorkshire. You know, you can get to York, Ripon, Harrogate. I really wanted to get up to Ripon, but I'm just not going to be able to do that with you, because there's the cathedral up there. Ripon Cathedral, free to go in. You can have a wander around the cathedral, which is stunning. If I'm not even religious, but I do like stuff like that. So there are lots of things you can do here. There's also, if you like cycling, then there's a cycle route that literally passes right outside the door of the or the gates of the site. I think it's route 688, and that'll take you, if you want, you can cycle all the way to Ripon and beyond. If you cycle the other way, you'll go through Boroughbridge, and then I'm not sure if you head towards Easingwold. I don't know, don't quote me on that. But from here you can, I know you can cycle towards Thirsk as well. So you can cycle from all over from here. It is on the roads, they're not off-road trails, but they are on sort of quiet lanes. So again, a really good spot. Right, I don't think I'm going to see you again on this trip. I think that's about it for me. So what I'll do is I'll just say I'm going to eat these and enjoy them. Thank you very much, obviously, for watching. Don't forget the HelloFresh link down there if you want to sign up for that. And thank you to Cara Motorhomes as well for the ongoing loan of the Matrix. And thank you for letting me film on site to the Camping Caravanning Club. The wardens have been, or the site assistants, site managers, I still call them wardens, I shouldn't do it, I don't mean it disrespectfully at all, so I apologise for that. But yes, the site assistants have been incredibly friendly as well, really good site. So there we go. So as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.